ordinary day. An ordinary morning, I got out of bed while my wife Sarah was still asleep. I went to the bathroom to freshen up. After lounging in the tub for a few minutes, I got out, found Sarah awake, and we headed to the kitchen for breakfast. She mentioned that her mother Linda had called 3 times the night before. I wonder why she called, I said. Sarah called her mom back, and they ended up talking for quite a while. I felt more tired listening to this chatter than Sarah, who wasn't tired at all. Sitting in the living room, my wife finally came and sat down next to me. "Well, finally. You've been there for a while," I teased. "You know I can't stop once I start talking," she replied, smiling. "So why did your mom call?" I asked. "She wants us to keep an eye on the house while she's at the cottage," Sarah explained. "How long will she be gone?" "About a month." "Well, let's go then." I didn't resist. After all, my mother-in-law had a lovely apartment, and I always enjoyed spending time there, especially for a month. When I arrived at Linda's house, I immediately whistled in admiration when I saw the gorgeous renovations. The walls were freshly painted in soft, soothing colors, and the furniture looked both stylish and comfortable. The living room had large windows that let in plenty of sunlight, making the room feel warm and cozy. "Hey, I think I'll have a nice week here with Sarah," I said with a smirk. Sarah and I had settled into my mother-in-law's apartment, and it was almost like a mini vacation. But when I came back from the store later in the day, I didn't see her home. That's weird. Not even a note," I muttered. Reflexively, I grabbed my phone, and it turned out Sarah had been texting me for a while. I just hadn't noticed. "I'll be more careful from now on," I promised myself after reading her messages. I found out that she had gone to her friend Jessica's house. Her friend had just been dumped, and Sarah wanted to support her. I imagined Jessica crying and Sarah comforting her, telling her everything was going to be okay. Well, I won't mind, I thought. Maybe I'd better get some rest. I headed to the bedroom and slept for a few hours. The silence in the apartment was soothing, and I fell into a deep sleep. In a half-asleep state, I got out of bed to get a drink of water, and then I saw Linda in the kitchen wearing a t-shirt and short shorts. I rubbed my eyes in surprise, thinking that maybe I was still dreaming. But no, it wasn't a dream. "Hi, what are you doing here?" I asked, still a little stunned. "Oh my God, I told Sarah I'd be back early," Linda said, running a hand through her hair. "Where is she?" "She left, and I slept in," I replied. "Well, that explains it. But thanks for watching the house." "No problem," I said, realizing I was standing in front of a 45-year-old woman who looked 30-something. Linda was trim, well-groomed, with flawless skin and an easy confidence. Her hair was pulled back into a loose ponytail, and her eyes sparkled with mischief. Why not offer her a drink, I thought. "Let's drink to this unexpected meeting," I suggested. "I saw you have wine in the cupboard." "Well, if that's the case, let's have some," she replied with a playful smile. I pulled out a bottle of wine, and we sat down at the kitchen table. The first glass was drunk easily, and we talked about everything: family, Sarah, her plans for the cottage, and even old memories. Linda told stories about Sarah's childhood, and I laughed at the anecdotes, imagining my wife as a mischievous little girl. After several hours of conversation, we emptied our glasses and 2 more bottles. The conversation flowed casually, and time seemed to slip away. I didn't even notice how much I had drunk until I tried to get up, but Linda gently pushed me back into the chair. She then sat on my lap, her eyes fixed into mine. "What are you doing, Linda?" I asked, my voice a little slurred. "It's just a dream," she replied with a mischievous smile, her voice soft and teasing. Then she leaned over and kissed me. The kiss was kind, motherly. Her lips were warm, and I could taste the wine between us. Taking her hand, I led Linda into the bedroom and we rested together. The bedroom was dimly lit, and everything seemed surreal, as if we were in some kind of fantasy. Linda's touch was gentle but insistent, and her laughter filled the room, enhancing the dreamlike nature of what was happening. We moved together. Each moment was both hurried and slow, as if time had lost all meaning. When it was over, we lay in silence, catching our breath. I stared at the ceiling, my mind a fog of thoughts and emotions. It was strange realizing what we had done, but I couldn't bring myself to regret it. There was something natural, inevitable about the way the night went, as if it was meant to happen. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to find out more.